I credit the Canucks for what they're doing to neutralize Connor McDavid, and a lot of that has to go through JT Miller. JT Miller and Connor McDavid have played just under 50 minutes together at 5-on-5 so far in this series, and the Canucks are winning that matchup 2-0 when it comes to goals. JT Miller has made it a priority to get in the way of Connor McDavid, to make sure that he's not able to break through and find open ice. And Connor McDavid, his priority is not to check JT Miller, but find ways to get that open ice and get that free-flowing game that he likes to play. He hasn't been able to do it at 5-on-5, and the Canucks have been the victim of the narrative all season long. Go back to the start of the year. Going into the season, it was not sure the Canucks are going to be a playoff team, and if they are, they barely squeak in. They found a way to win the division. Then it was the Canucks score way too much. Their shooting percentage is going to come back down. And it did, but in the meantime, they got much better defensively. They debunked that narrative that their shooting percentage coming down was going to torpedo that team. And then as we got close to the playoffs, for some reason, the Canucks became that sexy pick as far as who could get upset in the first round, because they haven't been there before and they haven't done it. And now the narrative going into Edmonton was mostly the Edmonton Oilers are a Stanley Cup contenders, the Vancouver Canucks aren't, and McDavid and Draisaitl are primed to win a championship. But JT Miller and company in Vancouver, led by head coach Rick Tocchet, who has this team playing so well, have consistently this season debunked the narrative, and they're doing it now against the Edmonton Oilers, keeping McDavid and Draisaitl at bay at 5-on-5. And you get to see how important that is last game, because the Edmonton Oilers power play goes 0 for 5, and JT Miller and Elias Pettersson connect on the game-winning goal. At that moment, Vancouver's best players were better than Edmonton's best players, and now the Vancouver Canucks, credit to them, are one win away from going to the Western Conference Final.